Well, it's called Buffalo's biggest happy hour, and in a town that that was just recognized for its partying, Buffalo Brewfest is a good place for it. We're with Tim Herzog from Flying Bison. Good to see you.
Always a pleasure.
We did a great story a couple of years ago about Tim, and I want to talk about that in a minute, about your how you got into beer, because it's a great story for anyone that dreams to do something that they've always wanted to do. This is the guy. What's going on? Tell us about the Brewfest.
This evening, 5:30 to 9:30, down at the First Niagara Center. You know, me and 4,000 of my closest friends will be enjoying some beer. Proceeds go to Buffalo Hearing and Speech Center, which is a great program. Their language to literacy program, which helps kids learn to read, learn to speak better, so they do better in school.
That's right.
So it's a great program, great time. 100 different beers.
Yeah, you brought some in here.
45 different breweries. Yeah, this is quite a range, mostly from the Northeast here. As more breweries pop up around the country, you know, we're seeing more and more around the Northeast and in through New York State. So brought some of my favorites along. And
yeah, Aviator Red. This is definitely one of my favorites. Ooh, let me put that back on there. There it is, right there. That's a classic.
And a very nice beer to cook with.
Yes, absolutely. So, like maybe what, if you're going to steam something, or you get that flavor out of it?
Marinade. Makes a great marinade. If you get a growler and you find it got a little bit of beer left over, you just don't want to finish it, let it go flat and use that to start your marinade with.
Start your marinade with. Now, what else do we have going on here? We got a growler of something here?
Growler from Gordon Biersch over at the Galleria Mall. Our friend Matt over there loaned us that. We've got some nice beers from Saranac. They're going to have a lemon ginger saison there this evening. Wow. So some really nice flavors, a little interesting and unusual. Of course, old friends from Flying Bison, our Buffalo Lager, our Aviator Red. We're debuting our Oktoberfest beer there this evening.
Oh, can't wait for that. Now, there's so many beers. How do you pace yourself at an event like this, or can you? I mean, it seems like there's all different alcohol contents too.
Right,
so you gotta know that.
There's a trick to that. Don't be afraid to ask the brewer or representative who's going to be at the stand, how strong is this?
What percent?
They'll know. They'll let you know, so you can kind of pace yourself. Sample size glasses. You're going to get 20 tickets. If you want to buy more tickets, you can buy more tickets. But you've got at least 20 samples to have. Okay. So you can go around and start mildest flavor and go to fullest flavor.
So work your way up.
If you go and get a big whack of IPA and then try and go back and have a Pilsner.
Call it a night.
Right. You're just not really going to be able to taste it all that well. So start with your milder beers, go to your fuller flavored beers, and the reps at each booth will be great. They'll be able to tell you what the beers are about.
And that's also really interesting, learning about the beer. And like I was saying at the top, you know a lot about beer, but you kind of stumbled on it when you were just trying things out at your own home, right? You were just brewing beer at home, right? Tell us the story.
Right. I started out brewing because there wasn't the selection of beer that there is now. You know, this is back in the olden days, back in 1980, 81. And once I found a beer that I liked, I became sort of a professional beer complainer. And so when I got married, Betsy gave me a homebrew startup kit for my birthday, and that was 31 years ago. And it was a very slippery slope. I started brewing. I loved it. You know, it's working in the kitchen a little bit. It's fun to do. And, of course, you've got beer when you're done. So it beats collecting stamps.
That always works, right? We do have a request here on Winging It. We'd love it if you could formulate a brew for Winging It. If you can work on that, I know you will.
Of course.
That's your job.
Of course.
So.
Well, brewing beer, that's what it's all about. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, so get on that for sure, Tim.
We'll talk off here, and we'll start formulating the recipe right away.
Absolutely. You're going to be a busy man this weekend. Brewfest starts tonight, 5:30 to 9:30?
5:30 to 9:30.
Okay, and tickets, really quick, pricing?
Tickets are just available at the door right now, so they're $35. We are on day of tickets. Sunoco Craft Beer Exchange is where they were available, but they're available at the arena. At First Niagara Center. So come on down. There's still a few tickets left. Come on down, get your tickets. Don't wait.
And it's all for a great cause. The proceeds benefit Buffalo Hearing and Speech Foundation. So come on down, help them out, and enjoy, but pace yourself.